You with a man for 5 to 10 years with no ring. You are not his dream girl. He's still out there looking for.
There's a lot of truth to this, and a lot of women don't want to believe it. And if you look at the comment section underneath that video, you will see a whole bunch of women saying, well, my man married me after 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and we're still together. But what if he was prolonging during those 5, 10, 15, 20 years to marry you, because while he's dating you, he was still looking for the dream wife. While he was having children with you, he was still looking for his dream wife. While he was living with you going 50-50, he was still looking for his dream wife. You have to understand, in a man's mind, he's going to be like, well, she's not really what I like or want in a woman, but hey, I can get sex whenever I want to. She cooks for me. She cleans for me. She's going 50-50 with me. She can give me children, and I don't even have to really fully commit to her. I'll keep her, and if I come across the woman I really desire, I really want to be with, then I'll leave her. And trust me, I know I've been that girl. I've been the warm-up girl, the seat warmer. I've dated people, and the next thing I know, we break up. 6 months later, he's married. And I learned this really young when I was like 18. There was this guy in my church. He kept pursuing me, but I really wasn't into him. I thought he was attractive, but I just wasn't into him. He had just came to America. He was just not my speed. So there was a girl in my church, and she saw us talking one day, and she was like, who's that guy you were talking to? I'm like, oh, him, that's just so-and-so. Why? She was just like, do you want him? I'm like, nah, I'm good. She's like, does he like you? I'm like, yeah, he does. She said, well, if he likes you, he'll like me, because she was a big girl. I'm a big girl. That's what big girls be thinking, that a dude's gonna like every big girl. But anyway, she went right up to him. She asked him for his number. They dated for 5 years, and he never married her, never proposed to her, and nothing, and she was waiting. Okay, after the 5 years, we ended up together, and 3 months into our relationship, he proposed to me. You see, and he let me know, I was always waiting for my opportunity to be with you. You're really who I wanted to be with. He wasn't even into her like that. I think we need to kind of look at it. Like, why isn't he not marrying this woman? Is it because he's in college? He's trying to finish his degree. He wants to prepare for his future before he marries her. Or is it that he's broke? He's unemployed. He doesn't want to marry her. He doesn't have his finances together. Or I don't know, maybe they're just too young to get married. But after he reaches those goals and he still hasn't married you, that's when you should really look at it as a red flag. And that's called future faking. Narcissists do it all the time. They're just buying time, buying time. Sometimes these people don't even want marriage. They don't even want children. But they're future faking you into believing that they want marriage with you. They want children with you. And the longer you stay as women, the more emotionally attached you become to the outcome. You feel like you've been trumped or whatever. I also had a friend, right? She was with this baby father for 25 years. And on the 25th year, she's like, oh, well, are you going to marry me? We've been together for 25 years. And he was like, no, I'm never going to marry you. But through those years, as their son was growing up, he was like, yes, I'm going to marry you in the future. We're too young now. Now she's in her 40s. He won't marry her. So she had to end up breaking up with him and moving out. Another friend of mine, her baby father ended up marrying her, and she was just so happy about it. One day I bumped into her husband, and he was like, oh, did she tell you we got married? I'm like, yeah, she told me. He was just like, yeah, I just married her to shut her up. It didn't make any sense to marry her anyway. And I'm just like, wait, what? So don't always think just because he married you that you won. Sometimes it's like, I might as well marry her to shut her up. I might as well marry her. We have children together. It depends on how he looks at you, how he treats you. What do you feel when you're with him? Are you just the best that he can do, and that's why he's marrying you? Like, pay attention to all the red flags. Women, we tend to don't want to believe the truth that this man is not into us, okay? And this is why it's so easy for him to walk away from you and his children.